An unknown man once said, "Sometimes the smallest things can change our lives, and sometimes it's the people in them." The man who has had this effect on me is definitely my grandfather. My grandfather is named Stan Schramer. He was born in Utica, Kansas, and he was born to a small horse and cattle farm. His dad was a self proclaimed and real cowboy, I guess you could say, living on the ranch. And back then, they didn't have four wheelers or tractors or anything else, so it was all done with horse. And he passed on those traditions to my grandfather. My grandfather then passed on those traditions to me. Unfortunately, he didn't have a son that was interested in the same things as him, so whenever he found out that I would be very interested in doing horses, he was ecstatic and he started teaching me everything he knows. I remember he got out and went and bought a little stock trailer. He got me a cheap horse that definitely was on its last leg and helped me get tack and basically taught me the basics of riding horses. This went on from there to me progressively going out and getting more and more better trained horses and better tack equipment. And it eventually went on, and I now have competed in the CMSA World Championships 3 times in a row. I am a one-time Kansas State champion KWHA rider, and he has actually also passed down these traditions to both my sisters and cousins. My sister is a one-time KWHA state champion, and so is my cousin. Uh, so, needless to say, he's pretty good at what he does. He has built a name for himself throughout the horse community for being one of the best trainers there is. And it really comes down to his old school methods and just doing the hard work yourself. And that is another thing that I look up to him more than anything is his work ethic. Whenever I was born and started to get to know him, he was in his 50s. And now, even looking at him in his 70s, he goes out and does all the work that you'd expect anyone else on the farm to do. He's out every day putting up fence, fixing fence, painting, whatever else needs to be done. And he doesn't do it at an old man pace either. He really goes out there and gets after it. He's putting out the same work that any of us 19, 20, 21-year-old kids are doing. And that really impresses me. If I can even live up to be half the man that he was and be his age doing the stuff he does with all the enthusiasm and excitement, then I know I'm making it pretty well in life. One of the artifacts that he has given me is he handmade a leather holster for a saddle, and I will always cherish and hold this memory with him. And when he leaves me, it's gonna definitely hold a more special place in my heart than it already does. I refuse to even use it because just of how sentimental it is to me, and I hope someday to be able to have some of the skills that he does to make stuff like that, and just be able to have faith with his grandkids and stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, my grandfather is one of the most influential people in my life, and I'm sure I'll get many more artifacts from him throughout the time as it goes on. And I'm very thankful that he is in my life.